Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pensacola Superspeedway for the third annual Crown Royal 300. Starting off with the qualifying sessions. So how this works is I split the 50-car entry list into two 25-car heats. Both heat sessions have 10 minutes to qualify and put up the best time on the board. The top two times will lock into the main event and will completely avoid two heat races and one LCQ. In the two heat races, there'll be two 10-lap heats of 24 cars where the top 15 in each locks in. Those are no caution flags in those sessions. And then with 18 cars, the remaining 18 cars will have one 20-lap race with cautions on, and the top 10 from that event will make the main event. Now, the 30 cars who get in through the heat races will start anywhere from 3rd to 32nd, and the top 10 from the LCQ will start anywhere from 33rd to 42nd. And that's how that will go. And then we have the 42 car 100 lap event, winner takes all. So 8 drivers will be missing out on the event. As you just watched Edwin Mendez go around the track once. This is my first time using the 2019 mod, I believe, for a special event. I think I used the 2018 mod a while ago for something, but I can't quite remember what it was. It was definitely a special event race at Pensacola, though. Ryan Brommer signed up for the 9, Dylan Thomas the 20, just kind of showing off all the different schemes we got here on track. Carter Friesen, Freddie Soto, Casey Nanako, Nate Rogers, Colt Hudson, Hunter Braxton, Eli Bright, Samet Oskin, who's pretty much become a staple of being in the 22 on my channel at this point. Logan York is in the 012, so these are the only triple-digit cars. It's the 2, the 12, and the 22. There were Dodge variations of the teams, or the cars rather, and those are the only challengers you'll see. We got Kenny Mayat first on the channel. Gary Barlow won this race a year ago. He did not actually sign up, but I wanted to keep the past winners in the event this time around, and people weren't signing up, so I just chucked them in the 77. Andrew Rich in the 88. Kyle Keith in the 42, Quinton Moore the 53, Cole Deaver the 33, Bradley Ream is in the 12, and Lucas Catano in the 14. Surprisingly, no one signed up for this car. I had to plug one of my fictional guys in here. Levi Holman in the 18, Charles Sanford the 24, and Seth Cole in the 10. Patrick Smith in the 99, and I think that's it. Oh, nope, Enzo Nereza is in the 1 car, too. So right now the top time goes to the 88 of Andrew Rich, who just set it. Right now it's him and Gary Barlow with the top time, 47.3s. So it will take a while for these guys to get grouped up in draft. Clear 69 degrees with a 3-mile-an-hour wind going northwest. And time is going to be very short. These drivers do not have a lot of time to get in the draft and run a fast lap for a chance to lock in through qualifying. As the 51 of Nate Rogers went back to the top of the board. But Rich will go straight back to the top with a 46.757. Him and Kenny Mayat currently the top 2 times on the board. So everyone has at least set a lap time. Excuse me. But this is the big group right here. Rich, Mayat, and Barlow, the top 3 on the board within this 6-car group. And this even 3x3 just shows you the kind of racing you can expect. As the top line of York got a bit of a run there when Barlow jumped out of line. So this pack not doing anything really right now. You have to hit at least 230 to have a very good shot. That's what Rich did. And so far, I'm not seeing it from anyone. There's already 4.5 minutes left in the session. So you can see running max 225 does not get you anywhere. Lucas Catano, Braxton Bright, maybe with a chance if they can catch the pack before them. Otherwise, it looks like we saw our big lap time. Ooh, this pack is getting some speed, led by Nate Rogers, but not a lot. And Hudson's going to dip the pit road and likely end any chance of getting a top time. Some drivers running 47.0s. Now was this 3-car group right here that's just in a line. If they could catch the pack ahead of them, they'd have a pretty good shot. But other than that, it's still Rich and Kenny Myatt on top of the board. As we'll just watch Catano, Braxton, and Bright. They've been single file together for a good amount of laps here. Is there a better time coming this lap? Oh yeah, just a wee bit better there. So Bright, Braxton, and Catano are running very fast, and Bright's gonna kill it as he makes the move on Braxton. That's gonna hurt all their momentum. See, the pack was ahead of them, but I'm not really sure if they were catching or not. So the 012 has jumped up to 5th. Where is he running at? Oh, right here. So this group now has all 5 of the top 5 times. Seth Cole and Logan York joining Barlow, Myatt, and Rich. As Patrick Smith is the only driver in this pack, not even in the top 10. But what you needed to do was be in a 2 or 3 car group, drafting up to another group, and draft up to them for the whole lap and not lose your momentum. That's how you set a top time. As Smith now rises to 6th, so this group, top 6 on the board. But Rich and Myatt are the top 2 with just under a minute remaining. Quinton Moore will jump up to 7th. As this 4-car group is single file. There's Colt Hudson back on track. As this group right here, Bradley Ream jumped up to 4th. Nate Rogers in 6th. Soto 10th, and Nanako was 8th. So a lot of close times at the board, but we're gonna prepare to disengage the camera. As there's the start-finish line. And we are 40 seconds away from locking session 1. Now, it is not the top driver from each session, it's the top 2 overall, so I will be writing down these lap times. If Rich and Mayat are to be the front row, one driver will be taken from session 2 to fill out session 1 so that it is an even 24 cars between the heats. But with 5, 4, 3, 2, and those guys are not quite going to get there, so practice is complete. And it's the 88 of Andrew Rich, and a first timer on my channel, the 95 of Kenny Mayat, that are currently gracing the front row. Rich with a 46.757 and Mayat with a 46.782. So with that, I will see you guys for session 2. Welcome back to Pensacola. Weather is the same. Now I will write down the top 2 from qual session 2. Even if they don't knock off Rich and Mayat, it'll be something interesting to note. And the first one out on track is Alex Ferranti. So we saw that, honestly, being the first one out didn't help much. Edwin Mendez was first one out, and I don't even think he hit the top 20. But it's really going to depend who you get draft with and when you get that draft. Richard Johnson out on track, joining us for another one-off event. He was in the Honeydew Donuts 250K. He did well there, setting some blistering lap times. We'll see how Richard does here in the NRSL Crown Royal event on a super speedway, as the Honeydew event was on a short track, or a road course rather. Johnny Gardner, one of the drivers, in a 00 number. He's in the 002. William Brock, 19. Dylan Young in the Ford number 2. Larry Hagan in the 60. Man, not a lot of drivers coming out on track here within this first minute and a half. Here comes Fitzwater Sr. This is the other Monster Energy car. So Monster with a Ford and a Chevy on track for the special event. James Ellison in the 43. Osman Hamid in the 4. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, man, people really aren't coming out. Kev Shear coming out on track. Shear has had good success in the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series last year, which of course was formerly Mountain Dew for the Wind Cup Series. Shear won the first Pensacola Super Speedway race and finished third in the second one. So we'll see if this special event before the 2020 season preps Kev any for returning to this track. Peter Onjak, 78. Brandon Morris, another new name to the channel, in the 34. Welcome, Brandon. Saden Davidson in the 21. I have not seen Saden on my channel, I believe, in the past, so welcome. I've seen your name around. Benjamin Ice in the 97. Sorlin will be in the 48. Dale Lightning in the 8. Shane Russell in the 37. Nico Tringali in the 52. Derek Hamel? I don't know, man. You got to tell me. Derek Hamill in the 32. I hope that's right. Cole Baker in the 11. RJ Bishop in the 23. Jesse Turner in the 17. And Donovan Cage in the 13. TJ Hanley in the 27. Hanley won the first event, which was the Pizza Hut 300 back in the day. That was the dead tie finish with Jonathan Zorlin. Alexander Rowe in the last of the triple-digit cars, the 022. As we're starting to see some lap times. Hagan with the top one. Now remember, the top time of draft was a 46.757. The weather is the same. So we'll see who sets that best time first. We're looking for drivers going at least 225, and here's the group, the 4, the 60, and the 17. And they have the 2 and the 23 before them, so this is a great opportunity for them to set fast times. Of course, they've got to beat a 7.57. Could it be this lap? Hagen's in draft, but I don't know if it's going to work out for him. The two in front of him are side by side. Speed dipped way too low there, but a possibility in the future of this session, as this is a three-car group right here. Ferranti, Hanley, and Davidson all running at pretty decent speeds. If they can catch up to this three-car group, that could give them a pretty good shot. As you see, Ferranti currently running 227 down the back straightaway up to 228. So Ferranti looking very good. They are catching Donovan Cage, I believe. And if these guys up here keep fighting, they'll catch them too. But we're already under 5 minutes left in this session. This session took a lot longer to string out. But Ferranti, Davidson, and Hanley to the top 5. But now Davidson's gonna make a move on Hanley, and that's gonna hurt them. But these guys are a lot more strung out, so not a lot of chances to dethrone Rich and Myatt right now. Bishop's got a pretty good shot here. He's getting draft on Cole Baker. This could be a pull-worthy lap, depending how Bishop handles getting around the 11 without losing momentum. And you want to stay in draft as long as possible. And Bishop loses a little bit there, but he mostly gets by the 11. The 4 might have a better shot here if he doesn't lose too much. Let's see if any of these drivers can get a pole-worthy time. Survey says a 9.83 by Jesse Turner, but still 0.2 off. So you're likely wondering who will get shoved from Session 2 to Session 1 if no one can dethrone at least Myatt from the front row, as we've got an 8.28 by TJ Hanley. This three-car group might just do it after all. It would likely just be a random person. I'm just going to randomly think of someone from Session 2 and shove them in Session 1. As I think the 21 and the 15 are pitting, which is honestly pretty poor management because they were looking at really good times. No, it's just the 21 pitting, but that hurt Hanley's whole lap. An 8.61 by Ferranti moved them up, so they really had a good thing going there, catching the 13. But it all went away. Next best chance is here with Bishop catching the 19 and 32. We've only got 2 minutes left in this session. Nothing there. Several cars on pit road. On-Jack will jump up to 8th as Ferranti and Hanley are in the draft of the 13, but they're just not going fast enough. The 002 of Gardner has not been able to dip below a 48.0. Oh, and someone just set a blistering time. It's this pack right here. Dale Lightning and Jonathan Zorlin just dethroned the drivers from Session 1. A 46.546 by Lightning, as they are flying right now down the back straightaway, and a 6.45 by Zorlin. Ellison set a 6.48. They were catching the 97, the 22, and the 93, maybe the 41 included, as they set blistering times here with just under 2 minutes left in the session. So now we will have to see who I'm shoving from session 1 over. But Dale Lightning, living by his name, and we could see 2 cars with the number 8s in them on the front row, which would be pretty fitting considering last year when we ran this event, the front row cars were the 17 and 47, the 2 cars that had 7s in them. As we are coming to the standby phase, so drivers have a chance to finish whatever lap they are on, and that is it. But it looks like it'll be Lightning and Zorlin on the front row. Oh, here's a big pack. Anything here? Not quite. And session is official. So Dale Lightning and Jonathan Zorlin will not have to go through the heats or the LCQ. So congratulations to those 2 drivers who will avoid the mayhem of those events. So 46, 5.46 by Lightning, and a 6.45 by Zorlin. The throne's Rich and Myatt, so I'll choose one random driver from session 1 and chug them into session 2. And I'll see you guys for 2 10-lap heat races in an hour or so. So stay tuned for that.